the entity came to talk to him and said like, "Where are you going? Like, why are you packing your stuff?" Or stuff like that, right?
Oh, dude, I remember that when he was telling me that story at the cabin. He was like standing. I was like laying on the sofa like this, right? I was watching him. He was standing up, right? And then when he got to that part, he was like, dude, to my face, like, what the fuck?
Oh, he ran up to you?
He ran up to me. I was like, we trying to think, yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our channel where we as Easterners are going to try out different Western activities and cultural practices. I want to bring you through our experience and through podcasting. This is where East meets West. Welcome to NoCoast. My name is B. With me, of course, are my guys, Sia.
What's up?
Lee.
Hello, guys.
And Yi.
Yo, yo.
All right, boys. Our first episode will be about ghost encounters. Okay? In Hmong community, a lot of us believe in spirits and obviously apparitions. In my opinion, I think that majority of the reasons why we believe in these things are because it stems from stories and legends that were kind of passed down from generation to generation and with our personal encounters. So we have two segments today. Segment number one, we're going to talk about these legends. And then segment number two is where we're going to get into the meat of things, where we're going to talk about our own encounters. I'm going to start off with you, Yi. Tell me a legend or a story that you've heard, whether it's in the Eastern hemisphere with your parents, your uncles, whoever who told you these stories, or even here in the Western hemisphere. What story kind of made you believe in ghosts?
Were you talking about like Hmong spirits and the legends and myths and stuff like that? You cannot bring, or I mean, you can not mention Lumplaitenza, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Explain to me what New
So-
Plans are.
It's a story about a couple that never really got to be together because of those type of things. Spirits. Well, in Hmong terms, Ponzong and Dacho and stuff like that, right? So it's very beautiful, and people always talk highly of her, that she's beautiful and pretty and all that. Comes from a well-known family, wealthy family. So these ghosts or Ponzong and Dacho, right? They would hear the rumors when people will talk about it, right? And so they would come and talk to her or try to court her. And so she, not knowingly that it's like Ponzong and Da, and so she converses with them and eventually gets sick somehow. I think they take her spirit somehow, and she passes away. And during all this, the Numplai is like still thinking she's alive, but coming back to meet her, knowing that she's passed away already, and that the events that happened. And so he goes on this journey chasing them.
So he goes into the spirit realm to try to get her back?
No,
I recall.
Goes like these spirits are like living aside us in that story, right? So the Bunzo and Gajaw, like they're living just like us aside us, but we can't see them, or at least they make us not see them, So, I think early on, back to the point, stories like this make us believe like, oh man, these things exist like right outside our freaking cities or neighborhoods or villages, and so be careful when you're talking X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Because they might come and get your daughter.
Yeah.
Take your spirit away.
Yeah. And so there's that talk. And
So then Numplai goes into the journey to try to get Zhe back.
yeah.
And he literally, because Zhe was taken by a jaw, right?
Yes.
A tiger.
Yeah.
And Numplai went on this journey to fight this jaw
Yeah.
to try to release her to come back
Yeah.
to resurrect her.
Yeah.
But she's dead.
But she's dead?
You just said she was dead.
Yeah.
She's not physically dead. It was like a switch out of like a bamboo log. You know what I'm talking about?
So like
I don't.
Yeah.
I've
I've never seen the movie,
a
so
swap, bro.
she did get swapped, right? I don't remember.
They like I swear they buried her.
They buried the bamboo, bro.
Well, I don't know. See what I mean? It gets passed down generation to generation.
it gets lost in
It's
context.
kind of blurry, you know.
Not our
like,
generation taking it differently.
It's like playing telephone through generations and
Yeah.
generations.
but to the point, yeah.
Mhm,
So
yeah.
then you realize, oh, this is a story or a legend that actually happened. That these things exist, right? So then
Right.
we're like, oh, we got to be careful because they do
Gotcha.
exist.
Yeah. So going back to our original podcast question is that when you heard the story and actually because they made a video of it and whatnot,
Yeah.
did that all kind of make you believe or jing ghosts and all these spirits and stuff like that?
I would like me personally, no. I don't.
Bro, that was the question. The question
But
was
I'm
what
just
story
I'm just saying,
made
like,
you maybe believe in
it's
it.
very hard for me to believe those kind of things.
Uh-huh.
You know, because I believe in like seeing is believing. Like if I don't see it, then it probably don't exist.
Segment 2.
But you know, like
Sorry.
I do understand like where shit happened. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that can't be explained, right?
Yeah.
But for me to believe like a ghost figure, like what is a ghost figure? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like we picture like in like modern day, we picture it as like something white, something see through, something transparent, right?
Yeah.
Or very early on, something just in a white gown or a white bed sheet, you know, with eyes and mouth, you know.
Yeah.
It might differ from like race, like because they picture like that, but like Asian, they picture it a little differently.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like there is no definition, solid definition of what a ghost is.
So you don't, to this day, you don't believe in ghosts?
I haven't seen one, so I mean, no.
Or, I guess, any spirits?
But I am like, you know, skeptical of them. Like, if I don't believe it, doesn't mean they don't exist, though. You know what I'm saying?
So, okay, so when I say if you believe in it, like, do you believe in any, like, you know, when you have sleep paralysis, right? Like, it's called Yoradacho or everything.
Right.
The la cho you know. Those are considered ghosts. We'll talk about them as ghosts as well. So
Okay.
anything that's supernatural,
Okay.
we'll consider them as ghosts.
Yeah, I think to a certain point.
Something that's not a physical
Yeah.
being that we see and can encounter and talk to and like
Right.
witness. Something that's just supernatural. We'll say that is what
A
ghost
ghost is.
is in this
Then
podcast.
yes. You know, I think things like that, like I said, can't be explained. You know, some can, some can't. And I do believe that some things can't be explained.
Okay.
But
But
if that's the definition of a ghost, then yeah,
yeah,
you know?
Okay, all right, cool. But going back to the original question though, don't play and like that's a story you recalled the most growing up that like, hey, it kind of got you thinking about, is this real? Is it not real? Type deal.
Right.
All right, cool. Anybody else have a story?
Anybody else second that? I mean, like early
just-
on?
Yeah, who have you guys heard about this story and kind of made you believe or question about it?
Not necessarily a story, but it's always like, you know, like when you your mom and dad would say like, oh, they would specifically like say ponzong in general. Those were like the how would you say it? It's like
They're like wild little girl.
you know, why? Well, like scary
Lost.
looking, lost. It's,
Lost.
yeah, it's
Minions of some sort.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just when you were younger, your parents were like, "Oh, some bullshit or and something like
Yeah.
that," and it's always like,
or poda, right? A lot of this shit is towards like females.
I know it is,
Go ahead, Lee. Yeah.
but it's always that when I think of like ghosts, it's always, it's not necessarily just one story, but it's just them generally.
Yeah. So that means because you heard it from your mom or your dad, it made you almost believe and trust
Right.
them that there is such thing.
It is such thing. Because we did grow up, well, they grew up in like Laos and Thailand, and I guess they're just telling us what they've experienced. So
Okay, hey, did your parents tell you a story that they encountered back in the Western Hemisphere?
they did not. It was just passed on to them, but them and
My
the-
dad did my dad has a story of when Lepai I think he went to go marry his first wife, and they came back on the way, like in the forest or the jungle, right? And like they say it's like Pinuai and all that stuff, you know, making like ruckus and stuff in the trees, you know, late at night, and they had to burn pepper flakes, whatever it was, to, you know, get it up in the air so like the Pinuai would go away for some sort, you know.
Let's backtrack. What's for those who don't know what that is? Explain what that is.
Exactly. I don't know what it is.
big
all right?
monkey that eat your intestines.
But what's
Through
the
your
context that? What's the context that you know, like what you've known,
Like
what you've heard of?
a Pinuai is like basically, from what I've heard, like an ape like you know thing that is in the tree, and they come and eat people, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
You can't really kill
take,
them
and take
with your
people, and
gun.
you can't really see them, you can't really sense them, but you can hear them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they just take person by person, and
Yeah, my dad has told me before that they can take shape and form,
yeah,
Of-
shapeshift.
Yeah.
shape shifting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can like come as like say like your uncle or your
Yes.
your
Anybody.
aunt, anybody,
Yes.
huh? Or a stranger.
Yeah.
I don't know much about that legend. All I know is that like if you hear stuff like that, yeah, you're supposed to burn like stuff just to kind of draw it away. And if like if it's just you and like somebody else, and you bought it, you have no flakes, you have no incense to burn or whatnot, then like you know you're gonna encounter it. That from what I heard from my dad was like, you have to sleep like how the
Feet
heck
to feet.
yeah.
is it feet to feet? Oh yeah, my feet to feet, so that when it comes, it sees that this is a human with two heads.
Yeah.
And then it scares it away, so till I guess keeps you safe. That's what I've just heard. That's all I know about the Pinuai. Yeah.
Was it like that? I heard was you sleep feet to feet when the other one sees it, or like manoche.
You're safe.
No, the manoche, he moves his feet, and then you wake up and they go kiss. Something like that.
I just come on, no, you gotta tap him.
No, yeah, we obviously, you know, you sleep crisscross. The other people's leg is gonna be on top of you, and then my non is gonna be moving. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
it.
and then the one person that on my non
It's a trigger mechanism.
yeah,
That's how hey, you just pick and choose who you want to eat. Everybody else is wrong.
Hey, but go back to that story your dad was telling you.
Funny.
Yeah, and so I don't know if I forgot if they burned like pepper or like urine. I heard. Yeah. So
Something out of the ordinary. to
yeah,
kinda
so
scare them
then
away.
like
Yep.
you start hearing like the Pinuai like go away,
Interesting.
tree to tree,
Yeah.
like tree to tree, like just jumping away as if they're like monkeys,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I got a little like a small story. Back in the day when I used to work out of town, and we used to carpool with some friends to work, and this is a Pinuai story. But this is like a story from, Pataua, the eastern side. There was these two brothers that went hunting, na squirrels. So they went out imo, and they killed some squirrels, brought the squirrels back. It's getting late, set up camp, right? But then the older brother's like, little brother, you go find some wood so we can make a fire, Excuse me. So the little brother ends up, walking off from the campsite to go look for wood. And then the big brother, he's looking at the squirrels, and one of the squirrels is kind of like turning into like a different kind of thing, So he's looking at it. He's looking at it like, that's not right. Something's not right here, So he's just like, like what's taking my little brother so long? maybe I should go and see what he's doing. You know, see if he can get some wood. He just left everything there. His, you know, the nenga and the backpack and stuff. He runs. He runs to go look for his little brother. And then by the time he catches up to his little brother, he's like, "Run, we gotta run, Kiana." And then they heard the older brother's voice coming from the campground. "Me good,
No.
you know." But then the older brother was already right there with the younger brother, and they just bolted.
Who do you believe though? Man?
That's what I'm saying. It's like this is one of those stories, you know. But and he kind of told the story because it's kind of like, you know, opinion can take any shape or form, and yeah,
Damn.
that's a story. I don't know if that's real or not.
It's like with that Pinyawai with the like story and stuff. Like, I think each story is kind of, they have their own little differentiation and whatnot from family to family, from generation to generation. But like, again, it keeps passing down. It just continues to grow, and like people, it makes you kind of question.
Right.
Because you talk to your grandpa, you talk to your dad. Your dad ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? Or I guess he's just trying to maybe scare you or not. But like, there ain't no Pinyawai here in the United States, right? Well, a lot of that all those stories happen a lot back in Laos.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be really cool if we talk to a shaman that kind of pote dane uno and like what to see if like through their experience, their eyes, their powers, if like they can validate some of these stories and legends. You know what I mean? Like, I think it'd be really cool.
Have you ever talked to anyone like that? And have you ever heard of them telling you stories?
No,
They never do.
they don't.
They don't tell the stories.
They don't reveal nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know a guy.
They either like, oh yeah, or they're like, Chumwa.
Yeah.
Either yes or no. They don't go detailed.
Yeah, I know a guy where like he's like younger. He's a younger guy, so we want to see what he sees when he puts the cloak on. You know,
Yeah.
and we're like, so is it real? Do you see stuff? You know, and stuff like that. Like, dude,
Yeah, I don't know if it's an oath that they got to take or
yeah,
what.
it's like they don't want to explain it, or they don't
Yeah.
want to.
Right.
I don't know what it is.
So like,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a few. Was he old or young?
To you,
Got to that.
Oh, but he is one though, y'all.
He is
one.
And he still relate, like, as in like he relates to us because he's
Yes.
kind of in our same generation,
yeah,
and he still says that, huh?
he says that.
Interesting.
I thought it was just like OGs that say that stuff, but till you hear from T, oh, interesting.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's an oath that they take or just an understanding that regular human beings can't handle it. I don't know. You know, but I feel that's the same pattern that happens when you talk to shamans, and a lot of them are just like very minimal about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just very minimal about it. They don't go into details what they see. Sometimes they say, "I don't see nothing." Like, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then when they do tell what they see, it's like, really? Yeah, you know.
so you don't know if it's true or not, or you know, it's kind of like BS.
Yeah. There was okay, I guess, yeah. So do you have a story at all?
No.
Okay, we're gonna go right into segment 2.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we're building up to a point where like I'm ready to tell my story like here that maybe we have encountered.
Sure.
Because talking about shaman, not be I've had a few encounters before, but like just recently, we had at my parents' place, and I was just kind of sitting watching and this was a younger Zineng that was doing it, and the Shaneng was younger too, so we are very relatable, or we're just kind of chit-chatting and conversing and whatnot. The Zineng was doing his stuff. All of a sudden, it was like a weird tone. It was like a weird tone, weird, like, I don't want to say sentence, but weird vibe from the Zineng, you know what I mean? And you can tell from Tushaneng was like this. He literally looked right at me like this. I'm like, what?
Shit going down.
No way, don't even look at me.
He's trying to give you the sign, bro.
Those are the signs that
I need your assistance right
you
now.
need to get out, or you're dead.
So like, okay, so I just let that be whatever. He was just kind of like that. And then like afterwards, after the whole like ritual and whatnot, I talked to him a little bit, and he was like, "Hey, have you guys encountered anything down in the basement before?" And I'm like, my brother like has talked to me about some stuff, and he was like, "Oh well, when the Tining did that, and I looked at you, I swear I heard something behind me,
Behind you.
as in like no,
Or
not
behind
behind him." And that's why he looked at me. I'm
Hell
like, I don't know what the f- is going on. Like, don't look at me, man. I don't know the thing.
Dang.
Yeah, but I was like, oh shit. So what happened? He's like, oh, yeah, the team took care of it. We're good. But, dude, in that moment, 他的change tone, whole hairs just stands up the back of your neck, like, whoa, something weird,
It was like a deeper voice or something.
It was a deeper voice, and it was like how do I explain it? It's kind of like
Off rhythm.
Yeah, off rhythm was like a surprise. Yeah. And the funny part is the thing like explains these things to like us, at the table. And he was like, "Oh my god, what machine draw tamales are, like machine draw tamales they should do only one of those, or along those lines, like, as in, like, oh yeah, this is not the first like thing that I've ever encountered. It's like it's a normality,
Sure.
like to go through these things." And I'm like, okay. So those times when my brother was talking to me about like hearing these things like down in the basement,
It's true.
Frank. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Kitcha. You guys have any encounters?
Yeah. I think one of my scariest one was I was sleeping over at a cousin's house. And we were playing games very late. You know how when you play games, you got the blanket over your shoulders and your controller's inside and you're playing. And so it was late. They went down to cook. Or actually, we went down to cook, came back up with our food, and just got ready to resume again, continue playing. There was a attic behind us, which is a room also, and that door, like, I shit you not, like, closed, right? Shut, no windows open.
Yeah.
And they all ran.
Your
They
cousins.
all ran downstairs, but I froze, dude. Like, as much as I wanted to move, I couldn't. I don't know if that was me being like scared and not being able to move, or is something not making me able to move, right?
How old were you?
I was young, dude. I was like, I want to say elementary school.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was young, and I swear, I like to the side of me, I saw a black hand come out the covers. Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I couldn't move until they started like creeping back up the stairs, my cousins and them, to see why I didn't like run after them or with them,
Okay, so I may have missed it. You said the attic door shut.
Yeah.
And
So-
then
so
you
we were
saw
upstairs.
a hand come out of the covers that
the blankets
you were covered in.
I don't think it was mine because we all had like separate little, bar. But yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and that house is kind of known for stuff like that too. But
And and you're still skeptical of it being real or not?
yeah, because I feel like it's very blurry, because yo there. 同那个 bar, like she don't go is that what you really saw, or is it the designs of that bar or whatever it was, like
Yeah.
so I don't know, but I just remember like being frozen and like all my like hairs in my back were just yeah, not being able to like do this and run with them,
That's crazy.
yeah, that. And I have another one. This was during college, and we were writing a play for a Hope Culture show at a friend's house. And so it was the three of us, and this was during J-term winter break, right?
Yeah.
We were writing it for April, and so during all this, we were typing on our laptops, whatever, and And behind us, the kitchen, I heard like and like the dish racks just like all three of us heard it. And it was like towards like I was sitting here, it was behind me, and then like obviously like the other two sitting here. But like all my hairs again just boom went up.
How long was the shaking of the dishes?
It was not long, it was like 2 seconds.
Bro, what if it was like your furnace?
It is not a furnace, bro.
What if you like
You go home and you take your dish rack and you go like this and this like plates and cups just and like silverware. Yeah.
What if it was an earthquake, like a mini one?
No,
Lee,
bro.
where do we live?
I would live in like LaCrosse.
Dude, like I remember like all my hairs just like stood up, but obviously I would, like 5 seconds. One of my friends at that time was like, I know I wasn't the only one that heard that, but I think knowing like where I was at that time, I was like kind of like, dude, like they shouldn't try, huh? Like you didn't try, but it's like you don't want to like scare your friends even more,
Right.
I just kind of just brush it off like, oh, it's nothing. But yeah, that night I ended up spending the night at that place because the other friend couldn't.
Just don't love you.
Trying to
Go home, yeah. So yeah, like literally just boom like that,
Yeah.
like snap, and all my hairs was up, and I heard it, and it's as if like somebody was like,
Bro, okay.
yeah,
Can I tell something similar to that? Dude, like, no joke, something like that happened to me too.
You sure it's not the furnace?
No, it was not, dude. No joke, this happened to me literally last year, dude. Like before the holidays.
at your house.
No, it happened to me at the mall. I may have told you guys this.
The dishes at the mall.
No. Okay, no. Shaking, stuff shaking. It wasn't the dishes though. But Gosheng and I, Gosheng was pregnant at the time, so like we go to the mall often to walk.
sure,
And during this walk, I had to take a dump, dude. Like it was just I couldn't hold it in. So I ended up going to the J.C. Penney bathroom. So if you guys remember
Yes.
the J.C. Penney at the mall, the bathroom is like located in the little corner
Yeah.
by the shoe department
By the shoes.
where nobody goes. Like
Photography.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
so you go towards like the kids section, and then past the kids section, there's like a little shoe department, and then there's like a photography that's next to it, and then there's the entrance or exit hallway. But nobody enters that way. Nobody like exits that way. And there's the bathroom right there. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Like I had to go.
that's
so
the bathroom and nobody goes, so I should go there.
But anywho, I ended up like I had to go. So I ended up going in there. I'm like, okay, I did my business and whatnot. Okay. I kid you not. When I was done, like actually no, I wasn't. I was close to being done. I kid you not, dude. The door, like in front of you, right, your stall door, that thing just started shaking, dude.
No, it did not.
It did, dude.
Yours?
Mine, yes. I swear to God, dude.
Did you see
Like,
legs though?
No. So like, I remember I was just looking down my feet or my phone, and all of a sudden, like, when you start shaking something, it's in front of you, right? It literally felt like it was right in front of me. Like the door was like this, shaking and shaking and shaking, and I'm like, whoa, what the was that? So I automatically just thought, okay, maybe like somebody came in. I just didn't know that they came in, and they were just kind of like, oh, is this unlocked?
Yeah.
I checked underneath, no legs. I didn't hear the door open as if like somebody came in to use the bathroom, because you can kind of tell when someone comes in. It was all silent. All of a sudden, bang! It started to just shake right in front of me, dude. No joke. It was like 5 seconds, bro. 5 seconds, dude. It was not 2. It was
That's
like
long.
Yeah, dude. I was literally I'm like,
Jesus.
what the
Chidik walking.
and then squeeze. I looked down, nothing, dude, nothing. So at the time, dude, like I'm like, dude, I gotta get the shit out of here, dude. So like, I
Literally.
I get this shit out of here.
I did my business. I wiped and stuff like that, and I like instead of busting, I was like, I kind of creeped out a little bit like this. Like I opened the door, I snuck my head out and just kind of looked around just to, I'm watching that. So I was like, okay. I still had to wash my hands. So I did my washing my hands, and then nobody was in there. Dude, I just booked out of it. And then I started thinking about it more and more. I'm like, okay, what's a logical reason? What's a logical reason behind that? It's not the fucking air vent. Nobody came in. Bro.
Die.
Dude, I kid you not, dude. It was right in front of me. Honestly, it was the scariest thing. Like, right in front of me. You start shaking. Oh, I don't know. Like, I actually was even thinking, I'm like, okay, maybe it was the bathroom, the ladies' room that's behind me that did some vibrations and whatnot and maybe affected, like, the stalls.
In 5 minutes though, 5 seconds though, dude.
Bro, nobody was there, dude. Or, I mean, I didn't check, but, like, nobody came out or whatnot. But it ain't gonna be that strong of a vibration to feel it in my freaking, like, the door of my stall. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
sometimes when they flush on the other side, you're like, you can feel the wall like move or like, you know, just the pipes. But for 5 seconds a door, I don't know, man.
dude, I don't know.
You sure there wasn't anybody in there?
Nobody, dude.
You know, like when you sit on a sofa next to somebody, and when they fart, you feel the vibration. What if somebody was like taking a shit?
Vibrated through the ground, to the walls, to my stall.
To you, dude.
Logical.
That's weird. That's supernatural right there.
Don't go to the
To that
JCPenney.
bathroom.
I got a story. So you know how so there's this lady. There used to be a house on the land that we used to live before our house that burned down, and this lady like died inside the basement, right? Mm-hmm. And so our house was tore down, and our house was built on top of it. And I guess so when we first moved in, it was like a few years after we moved in, you know. My mom, or you know, my mom kept like seeing these like dona and like Kanye days around the house, and she was wondering what it was, and then because she kept finding it, and she wanted to go talk to a shaman to go see what it was, and then the shaman was like, "Oh yeah, it's the dead lady that keeps coming back to what y'all around the house, huh?" And
So
Damn.
so
shit,
your
yo.
mom went to a shaman to be like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Why do these like insects start showing up?
Keep showing up, yeah.
And the shaman was like, it was the old lady that passed away
on the land,
not your house, but
Not the
on the
house.
land where your
Yeah.
house is built on.
Yeah.
Oh,
She said that, and then we did some ordain thing, and then I guess she went away, but I think she's back now.
Now?
I don't know, cause
Oh hell no.
no, cause if cause I don't know, mom was feeling something different. So if I shy neng door, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, you guys didn't get rid of her yet."
what?
Fuck.
So she's been there this whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, you know what the worst part?
Your room is.
I still live in the house.
You or your family still living
The whole family, well, just me and my mom, my dad, and my wife. But damn, dude,
Jeez.
we gotta get out.
Hey man, you been talking about signs that to get out, man.
I know.
That's your sign to get out.
I've been ignoring it for the past 10 years. Dude.
Hey, no, you just thinking too much.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know,
You
man.
created it.
Fuck.
No.
But
You said your mom has been feeling kind of sick.
yeah, sick, and then when they went to go talk to Nathan, they're like, yeah, these things keep happening to you guys because she's not gone yet, like she's still there. And we're like, shit.
What would you guys do the first time to get rid of her? Or supposedly get rid of her?
We did one thing to get rid of her. And we thought we did, but I guess we did.
Kind of like the thing, probably, like negotiation, probably, huh?
Yeah.
Like,
10-year contract?
10 years up, man. I'm back.
do you guys
sucks,
do you
man.
guys feel anything? Do you have any like personal stories about what you encountered maybe with her?
Not specifically with her, but I'm a person that gets used to get a lot of sleep paralysis, but just one time in the same house, in my room, I just I was sleeping and I was facing the wall, right? And it was like around 6 in the morning because I was half awake, half asleep, and I thought I heard somebody come in, and they started climbing on my bed because I felt the bed go down and everything, and I felt them touching. Wait, I felt them crawling up me and touching me, touching me, and then right there I got like sat on, and then
You felt your bed go down.
yeah, my bed went down. Like when somebody would like crawl, like just go on top of it.
Like wait.
Yeah, wait. And after that, I woke up, went upstairs. I was like, fuck. Didn't sleep in my room for a few days, probably like a week, and then just kind of forgot about it. I also got another story with my cousins, right? I think he's always like going out late and partying and shit like that, and so he just came home one night and then just started like seeing stuff in the machuandoa, and then they want to go ask the tineng, and then the tineng did the uneng for him and told him that because you go by Ushinonto and then something followed you home, right?
Yeah.
So they did uneng for him, and everything was all good and done. And the funny thing was the tineng was my cousin's buddy, right? So he was like,
about you okay?
and then, so my cousin got curious,
Yeah.
and he asked him, "Hey, where did your dad like put the evil spirit that he took away from me?" And he was like, "You don't really want to know." I was like, "Yeah, I want to know. I want to know."
Whoa. Wait, back up a little bit. The shaman was his friend?
No, the shaman's dad.
Oh, okay.
His friend was the shaman's.
The dad,
the
dad was a shaman, but his son is the friend of the cousin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so he asked his friend like, "Oh, tell me where your dad put the evil spirit." And then actually his friend didn't really want to tell him, but
How did his friend know? Dad probably told him?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway. Yes, sir.
And then he eventually got the guy, his buddy to tell him. He was like, if you really want to know, he's tied to the tree out front of your yard, dude.
No.
Yeah, for
That's
real.
it?
What do you mean? That's it, fool?
You're saying
where's your
yeah, like
I know.
That's where they put it.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
That's stupid as fuck.
So are you saying that like if you do that, that Tineng every time he comes to that house, he can see that thing there,
I don't know, man.
just like tied there?
Probably, I don't know,
Like he
he's
told
like a
me,
dog.
I would have felt. Oh my god, I don't know, man.
I'm not going close to
Like,
that tree
I
at
know.
all. I want to feel safe, dude. What the heck?
That's crazy.
What did your cousin think?
I forgot, dude. He was scared.
I
though.
bet you he lied, dude.
Either that or I don't know, man.
Or like his friend lied and be
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah,
Just to scare him.
him."
But I doubt it, dude.
You doubt it's there? I doubt it's there.
Dude, that goes along with what we were talking about legends. Where like you see, it's had the you mu hajong you mu somewhere you te ana that if you see sticks and like random stuff like an egg or like 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 a lot of the times from what I've heard is that like the more just entities put into like a stick with stuff like that and they just throw it out. They just throw it out into the woods out of the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So like I guess that kind of goes along maybe similar to what happened there, but I don't know if they do a stick, but like I guess to tie it with what we were talking about earlier with like these legends and stories that are passed down, like is stuff with shaman stuff still kind of happens here too, y'all, in our Western states where like these practices of like shamanism of capturing things that are harmful and releasing it somewhere where it's not bothering anybody. That's still common here, y'all, in the United States. A lot that's also common as well is I want to talk a little bit about dacho, like the sleep paralysis, what you were talking about before. Have you guys ever encountered that?
All the time.
Oh yeah.
I get it all the time.
So for the viewers who don't know what sleep paralysis is, or macho, right, is basically where in the Western definition, or the medical definition, is where I guess your brain is still awake. So this is when you're asleep, right? But there's a period where like your brain is still like, I guess, conscious, but your body is asleep. So it disconnects. Like, I don't know where it disconnects, but it disconnects. And at that moment, your brain feels like stuff is on you, but in reality, your body just is shut down. That's from what I read.
Is that when you're in the REM state,
Yeah, deep sleep.
like a rapid eye movement state?
I think so. It's not deep sleep though.
It is.
No, it's
No.
not.
No.
REM sleep is like it's still. I don't know. Actually, I don't know about that. I'm not sure, but it's like that transition of where you're going into like deep sleep, but it's disconnected.
Yeah.
It's like that transition phase. That's what I read a while back. I might be wrong, but that's I guess the Western definition of sleep paralysis. But in our Hmong definition is yumachua by entities who are trying to, I don't know, either pleasure themselves or trying to find something, and they come on top of you and sit on top of you. And now you are consciously aware of your surroundings, but your body is limp. You can't move. You can't speak. You feel like you have no energy or no power. You felt that before?
All the time. I get it in like a lot of these like random places, dude. When we went to Thailand, I got it on our airplane.
Yeah.
You got on the airplane?
Yeah,
God damn.
like real story. So so we're sitting. My wife is on the end by the window. I'm in the middle, and then there's this lady that's sitting next to me, and I happened to fall asleep, but apparently I felt like I couldn't move, but my wife was sleeping, right? So I couldn't make any noise to have her get me up, and I'm trying to move my hand. I'm trying to move my hand really hard, and I ended up when I did move my hand, I ended up elbowing
Your wife.
not my wife, the lady next to me, and then she just like looked at me and I apologized, but I was like, that's the first time that's ever happened. Is like on an airplane, dude. I get at home, every now and then, I get in the car, and people are like, "That's weird." Like you get it like a lot in like a lot of these weird places. I don't know if something just like follows me, but then I hope that whatever followed me to Thailand, I left it there. So
Hell yeah.
What they can do to us, we can do to them.
yeah, dude.
That's the referencing the chaw. The chaw in Milwaukee. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Drop it off.
Yeah.
Long way from home, man.
Yeah.
What's your scariest story with that? Do you have one?
Yeah, the scariest one I got was when I used to live in my old place. I was sleeping in my bedroom. It was late at night. My wife was working third shift, and my dream was I was sleeping on my sofa. So as I was sleeping on my sofa, I couldn't move on my sofa. So this is me in my dream now. I can't. I'm having sleep paralysis in my dream. So it's like a dream within a dream, I
You
guess.
had sleep paralysis through different dreams?
Yeah, something like that. Damn. So then
That's deep.
if you knew how my
Deep
my
sleep.
my layout was, my living room layout was, the stairs coming up was right to the living room. So as I was sleeping on the sofa in my dream, I saw something walk up the stairs in my dream.
Towards you.
Towards me, coming up. And as soon as like it got on the edge of the sofa to get up, somehow I woke up from my dream. And at the end of my bed, where I actually woke up, I felt the bed go.
Hell
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. That was the first time that I ever felt like, holy crap, this is scary, dude.
Yeah.
Because usually like there's stories that where people are like, oh, I don't see stuff, I see stuff, I don't see stuff. I'm one of those who actually don't see it. Like I'm grateful that when that does happen to me, I don't see it. But that time I felt like, holy crap, something was on my bed. When I woke up, it seemed like something got off of it. So that was pretty scary. That's the scariest thing for me.
Deu pandalo Jason.
Didn't see her, dude.
Damn, that's scary, bro.
Yeah.
Golly. There was I have a story. This happened to me when I moved up to the cities. And when I moved to the cities, I went to go live with my uncles and them. And I had my own bedroom and whatnot. So I set all my stuff up, and I was ready. I moved up to the cities to teach, so I found a job up there. So I lived here in La Crosse for like 6-7 years. Moved up to the cities, lived with my uncles, had my own bedroom. Okay. The first week sleeping in my bed, I thought I felt fine. Like You know, I had all the stuff that was in my bedroom in lacrosse there, so it felt really homey for me. Like my Kobe Bryant poster, my Michael Jordan posters, they're all there, right? So I felt like, okay, this is my room now. The first week I slept there, I had reoccurrence of like sleep paralysis, almost like on a nightly basis. Every single night, go ma, you know. So I was like, what? This is so freaking odd. You know, I don't feel any entity or anything like that. It's just, you know, literally, boom, it just happens. And then, like, you feel all the pressure. You feel like you can't breathe. You're just trying so hard to snap out of it. But it happened every single night. I'm like, okay, this is weird. This is something's off here. So, like, I actually talked to my dad. My dad was like, hey, you know, talk to the uncle. You know, the uncle will do, they call like K or stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because it's been a while since he did that. Okay, so, like, and my dad was also like, hey, you know, there's some things that you can say as well before you go to bed, and things like that so that it won't come near you. When my dad explained to me, guys, what things to say, it was literally along the line of, hey, tonight I'm going to sleep here. Don't come near me, or I'm going to have, like, the God of thunder, like, kill you, zap you. Okay, so, like, I'm sitting there, literally, I'm tired. I was in my own room. I'm like, I'm looking at nothing. I'm sitting in my bed. I'm looking at nothing, and I'm like, okay, do I say it now? How do I say this? What if I say it and all of a sudden it appears?
Like a movie.
Yeah, dude. And then all that shit went in my head, and I was like, okay, I'll just freaking do it. So I just said it and stuff like that. That night, shit, dude, I think it happened 3 times that night, dog. And then, like, but that still continued to happen. And then, like, my dad was like, hey, like, maybe you should, like, reposition your bed. Like, sometimes that helps too, that works. So I was like, okay, I'll reposition it. I reposition it, nothing happened. I've came to find out from one of my cousins that, so one of my aunties lived with my uncles before I came in.
Sure.
She slept in that room. Her bed was in the same position as my bed was originally when I first got to the cities. Same position, exactly where I sat. I heard from my cousin that, like, my auntie had so many encounters of, like, spirits and whatnot that follow her, that comes and sits with her and stuff like that to try to, like, get on her and things like that. I probably was made a victim, just a coincidental victim of whoever the entity was, thinking that I was
The lady.
her, my auntie. And that was kind of like the reason why it happened, apparently. Because once I moved to bed, nothing. Weird as hell, dude.
Interesting.
Yeah. I was like, damn, that guy was trying to get action with the guy, and, like,
Jeez.
Every night, man. Oh, when you said, go ahead, that, were you like,
He was laughing.
was the hair on your back like just take up?
yeah, dude. And obviously it's in Hmong, so, like, hiya, like,
Corny.
more
Yeah.
corny. They don't
Yeah.
go more gorgeous, huh?
Yeah.
It touches you further.
Yeah.
Like, I was just saying all this, I'm like, I hope I didn't piss that thing off.
That thing was just standing in the corner waiting. You're gonna get it tonight, dude. yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's weird though how, like, little things like that you like, supposedly that helps and whatnot.
But yeah. Lee, you wanna explain that story?
What story?
Nings?
Yeah, we drink for him, man.
What?
It's all been it's gone now. But yeah. So I got this buddy, right? Him and his wife now, right? Yeah. Before they were just boyfriend and girlfriend, and I guess supposedly she would come over at night sometimes, and then she would park a car like further down. So when she was going to leave, you know, my buddy had to walk her out into her car, and that's when all of a sudden, like, from that distance, the car to his apartment, I guess something followed him. Do you remember the first dream?
Yeah, there was a couple times where he had friends over. He had friends over, and they're playing cards or whatever. And if you guys haven't been to his apartment, but his old apartment, there's a kitchen, and then there's a door that goes to his bedroom, and there's a door that goes to the bathroom. But the bathroom and the bedroom door are like close to each other, and then the bathroom and his bedroom is also the door, so it's connected. It's a three-way connection, right?
Okay.
Okay. So one of his buddies walked into his bedroom on accident, thinking it was a bathroom, and his computer was kind of like set to the other side of the corner, and the chair was facing the computer,
As
So-
if like it was. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So then the buddy walks in, closes the door. Okay. So that's not the right room. Uses the bathroom, comes back, talks to our buddy. Is your girlfriend in the? Why is your girlfriend like just hanging out in the bedroom?
Hell
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Take into account that I know it's a Mika guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's me guy, dude. He goes, hey, your girl. You should just have your girlfriend come hang out with us. Why is she in the room? Stuff like that. And he knew.
He knew that deep down. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, all right.
Yeah. And he kind of just played along with it because he didn't want. Yeah. He didn't want it to
You ever heard this?
be like
story always
a
gets
thing,
me.
you know.
Yeah.
I know, dude.
But yeah, that was one story.
Wait, but where was his girlfriend?
not
home.
there.
There.
Yeah, not
His
there.
girlfriend was not home or not with him.
Just
at
it was
the
a
time?
boys' night.
Yeah.
Oh.
But the buddy walked into the room thinking that he saw his girlfriend facing the computer. Yeah, so he closed the door.
And then what ended up? Did he say anything about what happened that night after?
No, I
the boys
don't.
left
That was a while
and whatnot?
back. I don't remember what he said, but he just
Okay.
played it cool pretty much.
Yeah. And then I think he just slept there.
Yeah, yeah, he has to. He's got
Till
to.
there.
Yeah.
He got more stories.
Yo, he
Yeah,
got a few stories, dude.
There's another one too.
Yeah,
The
but
one where.
he forgets.
Which one? Yeah, I do forget.
Do you remember the one where the lady walks into the room and sits on the bed?
Let me go ahead and tell that. Okay. I remember
Okay.
the other one though.
So he's been having a lot of paranormal
Experience.
experiences.
Yeah.
And
The
there's-
same lady.
the same lady. So he's sleeping on his bed, and he couldn't move. And he's like I said, his bedroom is connected to the bathroom and to the living room kitchen. Okay. All of a sudden, the bathroom door opens from his bedroom, and he's laying there. He can't move. He sees a lady walk out of the bathroom, and two kids are running out.
So he's not dreaming. He's
He sees
literally
He
he's
says-
sleeping, but he sees
yeah,
it.
and he can't move. So he sees it, and he couldn't move. He can't move. The kids are just running around, like in his room.
Bedroom, yeah.
Yeah, and then the lady sits at the end of his bed. Okay, so she's sitting there with her back facing him, and he can't move. And all of a sudden, she like turns around. So she turns around to like look at him, and see from there. Like I don't know if like he said he woke up or if the lady moved closer to him.
Oh yes.
The lady scooted over from the end of the bed. She kind of scooted to the corner and kind of scooted
Down.
down up
the bed.
to him. That's when he like then my nana, my nana mashana, and then like down the head.
Oh boy, yeah.
But yeah. But then he's been having issues in that apartment. So it got so bad to the point where he needed to find a different place. And he got to the point where he found a different place, but he was paying rent for both places.
Oh,
Because his contract wasn't up yet. His lease wasn't up yet.
It got that bad
Yeah.
where he was like, "Hey, I'm done.
Yeah. So
I don't care."
his parents, his grandma and grandpa lives in home in Trempolo. And they said, okay, first thing you need to do is you need to start moving your stuff out. But slowly. And don't make it seem like you're moving out. Okay? Like, so just go in, move a couple things here and there. Talk to yourself, say that, just say stuff like that, just to make it look like that entity knows that you're gonna come back.
Yeah, yeah.
So he was doing that. He kept doing it. I think, and then there was one night he fell asleep, and the entity came to talk to him, and said like, "Where are you going? Like, why are you packing your stuff?" Or stuff like that, right?
Oh, dude, I remember that when he was telling me that story at the cabin. He was like standing. I was like laying on the sofa like this, right? I was watching him. He was standing up, right? And then when he got to that part, he was like, and then he was explaining to the lady, like the lady like quickly ran out to me. I was like, "Koi mo hotu," to
Yeah.
my face. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, he ran up to you.
You ran up to me. I was like, "We trying to think, yeah." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah.
You gotta be paying attention, man.
I don't know.
He
Dude, that was fucking creepy,
And you
dude.
don't even remember the story.
Levi got it pretty quick.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, the lady pretty much confronted him like, "Where are you going? You know, like why are you moving your stuff?" I don't remember what he said, you know,
Damn.
but this was a while back when he told me the story. But yeah, ever since he moved out of there, he hasn't really gotten.
Yeah, there's one instance when he was like, after that dream, he had all these boxes, right, all, like piled up like along his walls and stuff, his room. And then one night he went to sleep, and then I don't know if he heard commotion or not, but the next morning he woke up to like the boxes all like scattered around the room.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
fuck
dude.
that
Frickin'
shit,
way.
dude.
For
Yeah,
real,
I
bro.
I forgot about that part. Yeah.
So it was all stacked.
It was all
nice and
stacked
shit,
up.
and,
Yeah,
like, cool.
This
ready
was
to go.
in the process of moving.
Yeah.
Fell asleep.
Yeah.
Woke up.
All the boxes are scattered.
What if he
everywhere.
was just sleepwalking?
He could be, but
And
Could
he
be.
was just kind of like, like, did I leave my nightlight here?
they weren't
man?
like they didn't fall over, open, nothing.
They were just scattered.
They were
Like
just scattered.
It looked like someone just grabbed it and moved them.
yeah,
So it was still straight up, like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
creepy, dude.
yeah. I've heard things about that apartment place too.
You know that one.
Yeah,
That's
the
what's
blue apartments.
Liberty apartments.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dead
heard.
end,
Yep. Dead end.
blue apartments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
behind Menards,
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
dude. Okay.
So his wife, his
we
girlfriend at
used
the time.
to party.
Yeah.
College days, we
Yeah.
used to go
You?
back there to
The white ones.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
left
I don't think
ones.
it was his apartment.
No.
but
His
it
is on
was-
the right ones.
Yeah. We went to like Nisha.
Nisha's and on the white ones.
Yeah. To like hang out with them and whatnot in our college days. Yeah. But that area kind of sketchy.
It's dark. It's dark.
Yeah,
back
it's
there.
dark, dude.
Yeah.
I got another story.
Oh, you got one? All right.
I was still in college, right? Early years in college. We were playing ball at the rec till like midnight, right? Fridays. Playing volleyball. I followed a friend home. It was snowing that night. Followed a friend home. Obviously, in La Crosse, they got alternate side parking. So we pull up to the house. I stayed like in front of the house, and she did a U-turn in the intersection to park on the other side, right? While she was turning and like passing me like this, and I looked over, and behind her, like she was driving, so like I guess behind the passenger, right? So she was driving behind the passenger. There was a lady that was behind there with her like head resting on the passenger
Window.
chair.
The headrest.
Yeah, the headrest.
Oh, so her was like front like that.
Yeah, she was like, yeah.
Oh, bent over.
Yeah.
Over.
Onto where the glove compartments are.
No,
No, but she's in
the
the
back,
backseat.
the back seat
Backseat.
of the passenger.
Oh, no kidding, dude.
Yeah.
As if like, sometimes when you guys travel and you're tired and you lean your head on the passenger headrest.
What? You saw the lady, or you saw a figure? Of
I
the
saw
lady?
a figure of a lady with
So you
long
saw
black hair, right?
Hair.
Yeah. So like, see, so here's where it gets. I don't know if I was seeing things or what, but obviously it's dark. There's snow.
Yeah.
There's branches out that could be shining light. I don't know, whatever it was, right? But that was what I saw,
Yeah.
And then I messaged her, and then as soon as she got to the door, she received my text, and then I told her what I saw. Like, I don't want to scare you, but this is what I saw, And then I think as soon as she got to the door, she saw it, and all her goosebumps behind her was just like, and her hair was just, yeah. And then I think after that, like one thing shiny there, because I
Yeah.
think she's just ending it on the new. Jubilee.
Oh, Shishia.
She's Shia, yeah. Yeah, so like I said, I don't know if what I saw was real or not, but like I said, it was snowing. So for one, like it's black and white out.
Yeah.
There's the street lights that are shining light.
Yeah.
I just don't know if all those together made that, but from what I saw, like, yeah. Yeah, it was like that. It was leaning over like that. Yeah. Cause I got goosebumps when I saw it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the? You don't get leng sha, you know, like.
Did you see it clear as if like you looked at it for a couple seconds, or was it just kind of a glimpse?
It's like this.
and you- But then take him out.
Like,
Like, did you still see the figure after she
she
parked
went
the
past
car?
me though.
Oh, so you only saw it during that transition
Yeah,
phase.
yeah.
Oh,
during
Because of
that-
the street lights.
so it just
yeah.
happened kind of really quick then.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
but
Damn,
I don't know.
that's intense. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, dude, guys, we can drag on and on and on about these encounters or stories and legends. You know, to our viewers, we want to hear your stories. You know,
Yeah.
type down below, like, give us some of your scariest encounters, or like we mentioned in our first segment, you know, legends that maybe made you think and question about your belief in ghosts or in spirits. And also comment down below, let us know, like, you guys want to hear more stories or specific stories. Maybe it's our encounters or like stories that we have heard from different people and whatnot. So that, you know, maybe we can do another podcast in regards to this. But yeah, that's all that we have for this podcast. Hopefully you like it. Hit that like button, subscribe. Like we said, comment down below. Hang out with us, chat with us. That's all we got.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take care, guys.
Take care.
We don't have a closing
No,
statement.
we don't.